A lot of people focus on the negatives of quarantine, but I feel like there was some positives to come out of it. Granted, I was one of the lucky ones and I had a job to go back to after lockdown ended, but I feel like for the first time in my life, and many others, it was the first time I really got to sit down and think. I thought about what I wanted to do with my life, who I was as a person, and what makes us humans. I had time to educate myself on social issues and things that needed to be changed in our world. I educated myself on the queer community's history, which was really important for me to learn. It's interesting to learn because there's so much to learn yet so little time. Even with months of lockdown, I feel like there's more I could know. I found out some things about myself. I found out I really like drinking tea, like fruity teas. I also really like green tea with honey. I like to take baths while drinking tea. It helps the world feel calm just for a moment. I figured out how to make friendship bracelets and for some reason started to make earrings, and I started sewing more, which was nice. I figured out that I really like drawing things with crayon. Not like coloring in pictures, but coloring portraits. I did 2 of them during lockdown. It's almost like oil pastels, but it feels less structured in a way. For the first time in my life, I was able to just lay around and do nothing. Sometimes I would watch a show, or sometimes I would just read page after page after page after page. I finished a whole series in a month. A month, that's unheard of. I have never read that fast in my entire life. Granted, it was a trash series and I don't think I shouldn't have gotten into it in the first place, but whatever gets you through quarantine. My birthday had passed at the beginning of lockdown. I had a really good 16th birthday. My mom's friend Carrie made me cookies shaped like little teacups, and my mom called it my quarantine party. Play on words. I remember the day when the new season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine came out and I decided to watch the whole season while planning for the zombie apocalypse, because at the time, in my head, it didn't seem far off that it could have happened. So now I have a 4-page Google Doc on what I'm going to need and how I'm going to escape the zombie apocalypse, if that ever happens. Alongside my apocalypse adventures, I wrote my feelings and how I was thinking. I have recounts of a lot of last year, which is really interesting to look back on even now, even though it was less than a year ago and still fresh in my memory. I'm glad I wrote it down so I can remember in the future. Yeah, I wish we didn't have to go into lockdown. I wish COVID never happened, but there was positives that came out of it. I learned a lot about myself and the world around me and how we can change the world around us. We still have a long way to go, but we're getting there. I learned some things about myself that I think would have taken a much longer time if I didn't have lockdown. So I'm glad we got to lockdown, because if I wasn't locked away with my thoughts, I don't think I would have discovered some things that I did.